morning. Well, today I'm headed down to Roubidoux to do a little diving. Unfortunately, I'm the only RAD Dive Team member going along. The other two had to work today, so I'm going to meet up with my buddy Chad out of St. Louis. And I believe there's also going to be a cavern class going on there. I think our friend Matt is teaching that, so that'll be neat to see. And Chad and I are planning to do some videoing and laying a pole line into Roubidoux, because the last time we were there, we had I think the flow gauge was at like 90 or 100. I can't remember what it was at, but she was kicking so hard we could hardly get in. It was a real struggle. So we figured we'd put in a little bit of rope there at the entrance just to get us in about 20 or 30 feet. It would help quite a bit on those high flow days. So I'm gonna run up to the comm center and check in real quick, and then go meet up with Chad down at the spring. You gotta take in your C card and your driver's license. So Chad is also here, so we're both gonna run in, check in real quick, and then head down to the spring. It's diving down.
Hello everyone, we're back at Roubidoux, laying in the line down in through the cavern zone. I actually was having a little bit of trouble with my buoyancy today. Couldn't really figure out what was going on. Ended up kind of somersaulting down through the cavern zone. I kept adding air to my wing and my suit, and it didn't seem to make a real difference. I just stayed pretty negative, kind of bouncing off the bottom there. But luckily Roubidoux, she has a very rocky cavern area, so wasn't kicking up a lot of silt. But as it turns out, I forgot an important piece of my undergarments, and so I ended up being probably around 5 pounds overweight for this dive, and ended up causing me quite a few issues with my buoyancy. I mean, the dive was fun, and I was able to work with it, but I ended up having to have excessive air in my suit and wing during the dive, which made it more difficult on our ascent back up from the lower tunnel. But Chad was kind enough to video me just kind of flopping down through the cavern zone. And here's my buddy Chad. He is running his KISS Sidewinder today, and he's actually cheating. He's on a scooter, so I am taking the lead through the upper tunnel, leading us down to the lower tunnel. And the flow wasn't too bad coming through the entrance, but you could definitely feel it through the tunnels more than I think I've noticed before. Usually I can just light kicks and get right through the upper tunnel, especially the lower tunnel once you get into it. But today I ended up doing quite a bit of pulling and gliding, even with the camera set up. So Chad just kind of leisurely floated behind me with his scooter, and so I feel like he was cheating, but it was still good. We penetrated the lower tunnel. We got around 900 feet. I think total from the entrance of Roubidoux down through the lower tunnel. So that's pretty good. I don't think that's my personal best. I think the last time Daniel and I dove there, we actually went just a little bit further, but not by much. I think about another 100 feet, and then we called it. So today I'm trying out a new camera rig and some new Orca Torch videoing lights that I actually picked up probably a couple months ago. So this is the first dive they've been on. I'm having a little bit of a struggle getting them adjusted to provide the right amount of light, and so I've been you'll see throughout the video, I'm adjusting those quite a bit, trying to get those right. But it did okay. There was quite a bit of sediment in the water on this dive, so visibility wasn't great. I think we had maybe 20 feet, maybe a little bit over. But it's definitely not the best that we've seen. Our last dive there in February had double the visibility, which was surprising for the amount of flow. So I thought that was interesting. But this was a really good dive. I mean, for March, The temperature was like 51, 52, I think is what we read on our computers. And flow wasn't awful, so it was a really good time. So here's Chet and I on our way out of the lower tunnel. We racked up a few minutes of deco, and like I said, hit about 900 feet of penetration, and then I dropped a RAD Dive Team cookie just to mark my progress, so next time I can see how far I went, because I'll forget about it. And all in all, I think we ended up racking up a total of 30 minutes of deco. I think we had 2 or 3 stops coming up from the lower tunnel, which weren't too bad, but that 20-some minutes of deco in the cavern zone was a little chilly for me. Even with my heated vest on high, I still froze pretty good. Ended up kind of shivering there for a little bit and just like watching the clock. Every time I thought I was getting closer to getting out of there, then I'd look at my time to surface. I was like, oh, 18 minutes, and end up getting a pretty good chill. But all in all, it was a really good dive. Had a lot of fun. I was hoping to do some adjustments with my tanks, but we kind of forgot about it, and then we did end up in laying the pole line that we'd originally discussed. We had a little bit of trouble getting that line into the cavern zone, and then once we got in there, I think we just kind of forgot about it because our deco time racked up a little quicker than I kind of expected, because we messed around in the upper tunnel too long, and so I just wanted to get out of there because I was getting cold and didn't really feel like messing with the rope. So we ended up taking the rope back home with us, and maybe we'll try it again next time. So anyways, dive safe, and we'll see you all later.